This is Jackie,
Hi, this is Diana.
and you're listening to Homebodies Only, where we welcome all bodies to join us as we break down and dissect HBO series. But this one is not an HBO series, but it was on HBO, and it's
hmm
called Abbott Elementary. And we are talking about season 2, episodes 5 and 6.
I
Diana
have a
has
new
a new
microphone.
mic. Oh, yeah, I just
It's
cut you
very
off.
exciting. Debut.
Say it again.
How am I sounding?
You're sounding good, but I talked over you, so you say that what you just said before because I talked over you.
I was just going to say I have a new microphone and I'm quite excited about it.
Definitely talk a little louder though.
Oh boy.
I know.
God.
Because you do sound like you're talking like this. Just because I know
In
you
the
hear
in the
yourself.
late night radio. Okay, got it. Coming up next on the Love Hour is this gem from David Ingram.
From Clips.
Clips. David Ingram. Nobody knows who that is probably. Did he sing Just Once? Never mind. Okay.
Sailing,
remember that?
by the way.
James Ingram? Did I think it's James?
I don't know.
No, that was Christopher Cross.
No, I know.
I think
I was gonna say,
James Ingram. Remember that song? Just Once?
Yes, but I didn't remember who sang it.
It would totally be on like the late night love hour.
It's probably still is.
Yeah.
You know. I just wanted to say I heard sailing. Was that this morning? I can't even remember anymore these days. It was either this morning or yesterday, but I feel like no, I didn't go anywhere yesterday. It was this morning. My God, that feels like 2 days ago. This morning I ran out to the grocery store kind of early. And it came out, I was changing stations. For those of you who didn't, I know, was with Abbott Elementary, wasn't it? The song.
I can't remember if it was. I think so. It wasn't Somebody Somewhere. I think it was Abbott Elementary, the first season.
I don't remember.
We talked about our favorite. Yeah, because it was
songs that calm you down.
What's her name? Yes.
Oh, because we're talking about Mary J. Blige.
The whole Mary J. And we went off on a whole tangent about it. Yeah.
So I did hear Christopher Cross today.
I've been on a yacht rock radio kick like no other. Yeah, I can't. I mean,
inspired by.
Is there anything better? Summer. Yeah. It's just the cool breeze blowing and summer jams.
Awesome.
It's the best.
Okay. Yeah, anyway. Well, speaking of, we are talking about episode 5 is called Juice.
Oh.
Okay. All right. We start off. Jacob's bike was stolen. Janine, and he wants to know about the camera. She's like, no, not Janine. Why am I doing that? Ava said that the camera is pointed at the cars so she could see which dads have nice cars, of course. She basically laughs at him because nothing's going to happen. He's not going to get his bike back. She's just totally laughing at him. You know what's funny is I watched this with my husband on our actual television, which is amazing. And he said, oh God, where was he? Shoot. Oh man, now I don't remember the city. He was in a city. He had borrowed a bike from a friend. Now I don't remember if he was, God, I keep thinking it was Chicago, which is like, why was he there? Anyway, he borrowed a bike from a friend. He had it chained to the bike rack. He saw little kids. He goes, they were little, like probably between 6 and 10 maybe. Like they were little kids. They were, what did they do to it? They were pulling as hard as they got the bike, ripped it off the bike rack. He chased them and got it back.
Oh my God.
He saw it happening. And he's like, these were little kids, like little.
Oh no.
God.
Oh no.
Now I don't know what city it was in. Cause I was just like, what?
That is hysterical.
So, anyway, there you go.
Wow.
Lunch. Yeah. I wish that was on video. I mean, that was back in the day when we didn't have the cell phones out and stuff. No. So he probably somehow would have gotten in trouble. For chasing little kids or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Lunch meeting to discuss menu options. And technically it is open to all staff, but no one comes except for Janine. I've literally never heard of this happening in our district because it never has.
No.
And that's fine with me. That's because I think because we're funded, the kids get free lunch. And I don't know how much choice. I mean, the person in charge of food services is the one I think that makes those decisions.
And I think there are like certain probably New York State regulations I would think
everything's
about.
regulated.
Like, hey, listen, our school lunch though is actually pretty good. Like
I don't think it's that
compared
bad.
to some other districts, it's really not. We have like some really like cherry blossom chicken,
tangerine
and
chicken. Isn't there also tangerine chicken?
Yeah, it's probably the same chicken.
There
they
is
just
a
put,
weird
like, a
thing
different
we
sauce
have
on.
with chickpeas though, which we're not sure.
They
See, we
yeah.
announce the lunch menu. We announce the lunch
Yeah.
every day, and then for the next day. And there's this weird thing that they throw in chickpeas, like they'll throw them in when they do the breakfast for lunch, right? And didn't they do like maple syrup chickpeas? We're like,
yeah.
what? And then there was cinnamon or something. They did something else with chickpeas. I'm like, I don't know.
I mean,
don't know what's going
it is
on
like
there.
a high protein fiber, like,
I guess
way, but I mean, I love a good chickpea, but
the cinnamon,
I don't know about
the
maple
cinnamon,
roasted
whatever
cinnamon.
it was really weird. It seems like a joke. Like we're reading it. I feel like I'm on Abbott Elementary, like reading.
I would love to see, I would love to survey the kids to see who actually is eating those.
Eating them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's
some
some
of these
kids that eat
sides, I'm
whatever,
like,
but
right.
Try it Tuesday.
I love it.
Okay. What was I going to say? Okay, of course, the topic is juice. This whole thing, I feel like juice is a bad word. Not because of the show, but just in general, like raising a kid, you're like, don't have juice. Like juice. My kid doesn't drink juice. He does drink lemonade. A lot of times we do what we call a mocktail, and we mix it with seltzer, lime seltzer. But I don't really. I mean, I guess kids will drink. I don't know. I feel like juice has died down
it's
a bit.
It is. It's like a cocktail to my kids because I won't buy it unless it's like a special treat. I'll get
sugar.
Or
it's not healthy.
It's just exactly. And the doctor, your doctor right in the beginning is like, you want to give them fruit. Don't give them juice.
Not the juice.
Just
water.
Give them the fruit.
Yeah.
We don't buy soda and juice is like one of those things where it's like we got to have company it's like a company thing.
Yeah. Or you're out.
Or if you take your kid to the grocery store thing, it happens. Let's just be honest. You let them get the one thing and they pick the Capri Suns or.
Donovan's not into juice. And what's funny is we always have juice boxes because of Dave's diabetes. When he gets a low sugar, for those of you who don't know, he needs something quick, and that's very quick. So we've always had juice boxes, even pre-kid. And I never really thought about it. I guess I was like, this probably looks funny. So when he was very little, he did want to try it. And I remember, I think the babysitter let him try it. I was like, no, he doesn't need to. But he's not into it.
Yeah.
He's not into that stuff. He does like I said, lemonade. Anywho, so the whole time juice was kind of bugging me, and I felt like I had to go to the bathroom the whole time. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Janine tells her colleagues about it. She's all hopped up, and she's like, there's less sugar, but there's 2 more ounces, 5% more juice, real juice. And then I was just going to say our juice, because they do serve juice at our school, comes in one of those containers, okay, for those of you who can't see, that like a fruit cup would come in. And it's the peel back top. Inevitably, it is they chose the worst container to put juice in. It's always filled to the brim. It always spills. And one day they had grape. Do you remember when they had grape juice in there? Yeah. And I was like, whose wise idea was this one to serve little ones?
We have to get, and we don't have straws. Juice. Like if we had straws, we could stab the thing, and
because they're plastic. But yet, let's put them in the plastic container.
But they only give those out for breakfast. For lunch, they have to buy a juice box. If they're $1, and they're like the Capri Sun kind. Yeah,
I've seen kids with
because I watch them
juice at lunchtime.
Yeah,
unless they had saved it. Sometimes kids save things. I don't know. Yeah, that's my take.
Drink water.
These guys had bottles with tops on them. I mean, wow,
they were fancy.
Impressed. And that's where I have juice is like a bad word to me. So Janine is very excited. Barbara says no. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. New projects mean new problems. And then Janine's trying to argue about the saying ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yes.
How does Barbara have a say in what her students can get for lunch? That's like that's not realistic. I can't imagine in any district. Because think about it. If that was a meeting where they were talking about the menu, and they opened it to all staff, but nobody comes, then how do they have any, it didn't make any sense. Anyway. because that's the school. It's not like, oh, this is the grade.
Yeah.
This kid. No. So I thought that was a little. That's why Barbara opted out. I was like, excuse me, you have no say in this stuff. Ashley, the TA.
Oh,
she's just a mess. She didn't do the to-do list. Melissa says, like, she's doing something. She's like, did you work on the pH? And she's like, TH or something. I don't know. She says something else. And she's like, no, P. And she's like, what? T? I don't know. And she's like, PP. So Melissa says PP. Everybody laughs.
Yeah.
I mean, anyway. That was like a foreshadow, by the way, of the theme of this show. I just thought of that with all the P. Melissa goes to see Ava, who is auctioning her clothes off in a live stream. I mean,
of course she is.
Melissa wants Ashley gone. Ava says she'll go and observe. And then, okay, I want to make a note of this. So then Ava says, because she has all that clothes there, she goes, what should I wear for doesn't she say something like, should I change, like, I'm going to change for the observation? Like, what does one wear to an observation, right? I just want to make a note of this. So this is all one day, right? This is all the same day. I started to make notes of the wardrobe because there's an issue. So next thing, problem with going to the bathroom because of the new juice. And of course the bathroom breaks. All the first floor bathrooms are broken. Mr. Johnson goes, I pray to the Mario brothers they hold.
It was the best.
Plumbers. Anyway, that was great. Especially Mario. I mean, Donovan.
Do you remember
when
they had a show?
Oh, Donovan's watched
Remember
it.
when they had like the cartoon?
Donovan's watched it.
Oh my god!
It's on.
Yes, it's great
Prime right now.
And it was like people, like the guys, and then it turned into a cartoon.
Oh,
do you know what I'm talking
I didn't see
about?
people. No, I've only watched. He's watched the cartoon of it. So
yeah, there's one where it's awesome. It's probably from like the late 80s, early 90s or something, but it's fantastic. Oh, all right. Did it again.
I gotta find that one.
It's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Sometimes it slips.
Fantastic. So then they got to use the second floor bathrooms, but they're kind of far. Greg apparently times himself and how long it takes to get up there. And then Jacob's like calling the second floor penthouses. And he's like, that's what we call it. Like Greg just got some.
Yeah.
Jacob's always around. Like, why isn't he teaching?
Always. Yeah. I mean, they make this school seem huge, by the way. Like,
but yeah, we only see the same teachers.
We see the same, posse here. And the school is like this huge thing with so many kids, yet all the kids somehow, I know I'm jumping ahead, like in the next episode, they all fit in the gym.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not.
I know. Yeah.
So there's really only like 40 kids that are filmed at this thing.
Yeah.
But there's supposed to be like 400 probably.
Yeah.
Cracks me up. I love it.
Yeah. They asked Barbara to use her bathroom. She says, okay, reluctantly. Melissa's room, there's 2 lessons going on at once. And I was like, no, it would be small group work. That was also giving me agita. Yeah. Like, that's not the sign of a good teacher. Like, I feel like it's a little unrealistic. I think a seasoned teacher, anyway, we did have that. We had, it wasn't 2 grades. Do you remember when they had to put the class was so big, they finally divided it. I think it was a 2nd grade.
Yes.
And they had a second teacher in the room.
Yes.
With the other teacher. I don't think that was wonderful. But they ended up dividing them. But yeah. Okay. But this is 2 different grades. I mean, this is ridiculous. Blah, blah, blah. Ava comes in. Ashley. Oh my God. My autocorrect.
Well,
Don't ask me what
they hit it off like right out the gate. Yeah.
Ashley has a blouse on that she apparently had bought during one of the live streams. They're like, oh, here I am. Just a note. Ava changed her outfit. But so did Ashley. So Ashley has on that, unless she somehow bought it in school and changed, but basically, so Ava does change into something else. It's like she said she was going to, right? And Melissa also has on a different shirt, but everyone else has on the same clothes. Because I watched this like twice and I went back.
Okay.
So I didn't catch it till the second time, just because I think the outfit changes. It's supposed to be all the same day.
Right.
And they do, like, Janine has on the same cardigan, whatever she was wearing. And,
yep.
But those, so it's very interesting. Again,
that's interesting.
When they filmed it,
could have been.
Did they think it was going to be a different day? It's just interesting. So I wrote a little mistake. Melissa has on. Yeah, here we go. Melissa has on a green shirt. Oh my god, I don't know what.
Is she wearing her pleather leggings?
Scene when they're talking about the lesson with the quarters. I guess she has on a green shirt in that scene, and Ashley has on a short sleeve mock turtleneck with blue squares on it. Then in this scene, Ashley has on the green blouse, and Melissa has on a hot pink shirt, as she did when she went to visit Ava in the office. So those are my notes. But Barbara and Janine have on the same outfits throughout the episode, because I made sure I paid attention.
Gotcha.
Anyway, just a note of why we do
just
this
a
podcast.
Little note. Yeah.
Barbara's bathroom. Other students are coming in. They're distracting her lesson. She ends up kicking them out. That was stressing. Like, this was stressing
it was very
me
stressful
out.
to watch.
Whole episode. Ava loves Ashley, and by the way, I don't know. In this scene, I have has the previous outfit back on. FYI, that's all I have. I don't know what that means. I think Ava
there's probably like a error here
that of course
somebody's
maybe I'm the only one who caught it. I don't know.
Look at your detective work.
I know. All right, Greg and Janine decide to use Barbara's bathroom. She walks in. She's peed off. Of course, it breaks. And took out. Oh, took out the second floor bathrooms
or
too.
The bat.
What? Not yet. Not yet. It just says something about took out second floor bathrooms. The city won't do anything about it until next week. I'm like, I don't know. So if that's realistic, maybe it is. But we're in the staff room now. Jacob and Ashley are hanging out. He is drinking out of a coconut. Did you? Yeah. What was? And nothing was talked about, right? No one mentioned.
Yeah.
So I wonder if a scene was cut out where they talk about why he is drinking out of a coconut.
Probably had to do with something about the juice or who knows.
I know. I was so weird because it was very obvious. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How does this thing move? They're like getting along, of course, really well. And here we go. Oh, they were talking about the cup. The cups thing, and that's when Ashley claims the "Grinding" by Clips, as you said, is the original Cup song. And we were talking about this before the podcast, right? So
yes,
you brought it up. You knew this. I did not. I had to look it up. So it was big. Explain.
It was huge. 2002. It was. I was in it would have been like my sophomore year of college, I guess. And I remember that song distinctly being, I mean, on everybody's playlist at any party or bar that it was always, it was definitely there. I couldn't get that song out of my head after and I had to listen to it again because I hadn't heard it in a while.
Right.
It's catchy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could play it, but I don't know what the copyright is on it. So
I know, right?
But I'll try to play it like you suggested in the story. For this.
Such a jam. Takes you right back. Oof.
There are certain songs, that totally. Yeah. Bring it back. Where am I here? Ashley is basically working for Ava now, and Melissa is mad. She can't get her to put the caps back on markers. Like she does all this stuff for Ava, but she won't do that.
She had like all of her like shipped packages.
She packaged everything again.
The
all
labels and everything going out.
Now that was efficient.
Very.
Jacob tells Melissa to engage with Ashley more. So, all right, we're at the upstairs bathrooms. Janine apologizes to Barbara, and then basically Barbara ends up just breaking the last working bathroom to get the city to come out.
Yeah.
Melissa asks Ashley about the grinding song, says maybe once a week she can teach something cool to the kids. I forgot about this part. So I skipped over this in my notes that Barbara got the bat from Melissa, who has it taped underneath
the desk.
Not a bad idea.
And then she gave it to Janine to dispose of.
Yeah, she's like, right? Take it. And of course, at the end, and then also too, Barbara offers like Janine to meet with her once a month, like to mentor or whatever. Of course, Janine's like trying for like more often or something, and it turns out to be once a month. Of course, Ava has a secret, beautiful bathroom in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she uses.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. And it has a
like
bidet.
That bathroom.
You bidet. What did she say? She made a joke. Bidet.
Oh, do I have a bidet? You
bidet, like almost like betcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, darn, I should have written it down. Okay. Episode 6. Whoosh. We're transitioning. Whoosh. I could do it. Gotta get it ready next time. Candy zombies.
My favorite holiday. Yay.
Of course, it's Halloween. There's thunder and lightning, of course, happening.
Right.
Jacob, we see Jacob, Mr. Johnson. Jacob is I thought he was an old school thief, but he was actually, I have it down. He's like a term. Wage theft.
Yeah, I was with Greg. I thought he was the Hamburglar.
Yeah. Yeah. Or just an old fashioned looking thief or whatever, or jail. Mr. Johnson, I had to look that up. I'm probably going to say it wrong too. Lil Uzi Vert.
I didn't know what this was.
Oh, I had to look. Okay. He's from Philly.
Okay.
Singer and songwriter. They are characterized by their facial tattoos, facial piercings, eccentric hairstyles, and androgynous fashion. Born and raised in Philadelphia. Lil Uzi Vert gained initial recognition following the release of the commercial mixtape Love Is Rage. I did look up their music as well on YouTube. It was definitely different and funky. And like in the video I watched, there was like a little creepy, but nothing. Well, maybe there was a little bit of creepy stuff, but like cool. It was cool sounding. Now, of course, I can't remember anything. And I think that there's probably meaning behind it, like that third eye that Mr. Johnson had on.
Yeah.
I think Lil Uzi Vert had that on in one of the videos. Oh, also, I looked up the video, I think, to that song, and The Weeknd was in it.
Oh.
This was a while ago, so.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. Recognize The Weeknd. I love The Weeknd. I do. Okay. Mr. Johnson tells Jacob about the ghost of a custodian in the school. Died in the basement of the school on Halloween. Greg walks in. Jacob thinks he's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar from Airplane. No one seems to know who he is. Like, I don't even remember something. I didn't write down all the others. He's Sully Sullenberger. That's a big deal. He landed Come on, people. I hope. Did they just not care because they're not from New York? Like, this happened
I don't know.
On the Hudson River.
They made a movie.
City. They made a movie
about him.
He saved all.
I remember
this
that.
happened in the middle of like Manhattan. Like it's not like all these buildings were around. Like this was amazing.
It was wild.
It's really wild. Jacob is wage theft. Barbara is a bee. Ava is Storm from Marvel Comics. I know nothing about this stuff. I had to look it up. Do you know about that?
For an elementary school.
God,
she's allowed to wear that.
I know, right?
Oh,
man. Well, she gets away with Melissa and Ashley together is Militia.
I like it. Militia.
Melissa and Ashley are both Scarlet Witch. Again, another Marvel. I don't know. Sorry,
that's what I mean. Like her and Ava's was a little bit more conservative than Melissa's.
Oh, Melissa's.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is like a bar costume.
Yeah, this is not. Yeah. No. We would not see a teacher.
You know me.
Like
I'm not one for. I don't like Halloween. I mean, the last Halloween costume that I came up with was my husband and I were contestants on Supermarket Sweep, and we had the sweatshirts with the little collars, and we had the big name tag and the number. I think we were team number 2 or something. We had the $5,000 prize money that you'd have to find in that was the best show. I'm just not into the whole.
if you want to hear more about our stuff about Halloween, you have to listen to the Euphoria Halloween episode, which I don't remember.
Ugh. Oh man.
If you want to listen, because we talk all about Halloween and Diana's like hatred of Halloween. But I still think, but you love a good theme. I feel like you do like to dress up, but I think Halloween stresses you out because there's like pressure. Yes. Is that the problem?
Yes. A lot of pressure. It's a lot of the whole, like, I think I would like it if it was like Halloween is the last Saturday of October.
So like, you know, like
the whole like, oh, it's on a Tuesday. What? You know
stressful.
what that is like for anybody that works in a school or a parent for that matter.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and then in our district, it's like, oh, all right, well, it's Halloween. And the next day we're going to have parent teacher conferences at night.
Oh yeah. That was awesome.
That was the best. That was just like a big, why don't you just give us
that
a
should
big
be on
old
Abbott Elementary
middle finger? I mean, yes. Now there's an episode.
Yeah.
Oh God. That was the longest week I felt here. Anyway.
Yeah. That was annoying. Melissa tells Ashley to guard the giant, ridiculous bag of candy in the library haunted house. Again, we would not be doing that. We don't. I mean, back in the day, maybe give out a little candy, but like we would never, as a school, do that. Again, totally against like regulations.
I remember my elementary school. I went to Catholic school, and they put on in the basement of our school was our cafeteria. But every year I used to love Halloween as a kid, of course. It's funny, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I get it. I was Punky Brewster. I was Gem in the holograms. Like I had some A costumes, right? And every year I remember in my elementary school, they would take the cafeteria, the basement, and they'd turn it into a haunted house. Like a ridiculous haunted house. And it was awesome. And we would go, I don't know if we went like during school or if it was like they would somehow put this together and then we'd go at night. Oh my gosh, I used to love it. I could still picture it. It was so cool. And you'd walk through and
that's cool.
Get, spooked, but in a fun way.
That's cool. They didn't do that at our school. But we would wear costumes all day. And then we would parade around the bus circle. I don't know who was watching.
The costume parade was the best.
Like, I mean, we had, who were we parading for? Like, we literally would parade in the bus circle.
Each other. I know. That's I know.
Like parents
if you think about it, it's like, no, you're right. That
well, at our school, which we might have mentioned before, at Woodstock Elementary, where we work, we're right in town. They would have them parade into town, which is really cute. Anyway.
Yeah.
Janine is James Harden, who I did know who that was, but they are predicting as on June 14th that Lakers are going to sign him. Can you believe that? Crazy.
Interesting.
Okay. It's funny that back then when the show aired, like that probably wasn't even a thought. And like right when I was taking notes for this, when I Googled him, just to double check that I knew I know who it was. It said that. Anyway. All right. A jack-o'-lantern sticker is caught in her beard. That part was definitely very funny because that would totally happen. Yeah. That would happen to me. Like I could totally see that happening. Amber, starting to really not like Amber. Amber drops off her kid. Then there's a woman there, Erica, who Janine knew in high school. She's dropping off her nephew and hadn't realized, Janine was her nephew's teacher. Right. She mentions that Tariq made a memorial page for their relationship on Facebook. She's like, yeah, I asked him not to do that. She invites her to a party that night. And Janine was talking about how she did go to a party years ago, I guess, with them or something. And she's like, you brought Trivial Pursuit. And she's like, yes, you were illegally drinking. Anyway, Janine has plans though. She's trying to set up a camera to prevent kids from egging her house. The camera had not worked as of that morning. But she was hoping she could get to work. So baby Thanos is the nephew, and I had to look up baby Thanos too. Again, I don't know any of this stuff. Like my son doesn't watch it.
Yeah, like it's another thing with I can't stand, like I would love to get back in the day when we had some like classic homemade
Ghost,
costumes.
Witch.
These things that you buy. And like, I mean, my own kids are like, I want to be a blow up dinosaur. I'm like, give me what?
I know, but I can't make things. That's the problem. I mean, if I had time, except for that one.
I wish I could.
That you took. Yeah. I mean,
yeah. That was awesome.
The dump, the scooper.
Excavator thing?
Excavator, yeah. So baby Thanos starts eating candy that Amber had already passed out. He's not allowed to have in school. He gets mad. Like, he is a little nasty little turd. I'm sorry, he is. He gets mad when they take it away. Amber hands a special gift bag to her for Greg. She says there's something special in it. And he's like, is it drugs?
Yeah. Oh my God.
What? We're at the library and Janine, I think, brings the candy bag. That was interesting because Amber started to pass out to the class, but then it was brought to like the library for everybody, I guess.
Well, because she scooped it up and was like, we don't allow the kids to have candy till the end of the day at the Halloween party. So that's why I just all went to the library. She's like, oh, well, I'll just pick it up now. Like, I'll take it away from the kids or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah.
So we see Ashley and she's like, this is hell.
Well.
She sees Greg, Janine sees Greg and tells him about the candy bag from Amber. And he's like, no, I don't like candy unless it's 96% cacao. I was dying because I've been eating cacao lately. I don't think you can even get stuff that's 96% cacao, by the way.
Right.
I didn't realize.
If you go to like a local chocolatier, if that's what they're called.
Oh.
Yeah.
Local chocolatier. I picture someone with like a top hat on. I don't know why. What do you want? Willy Wonka, I guess.
Yeah. Just, no big deal. It's expensive, real cacao.
Yeah. Well,
we do the cacao powder in like smoothies and stuff. You do a little cacao. Yeah, I used to put those in.
I actually have some bars that are like a high percentage of cacao, like maybe 80%. It was like the highest. Anyway, cacao. I didn't realize I was listening to a podcast. I didn't know what it looked like in the natural state. Yeah. It looks like a fruit. It's so funky looking. There's no brown.
Right.
I forgot. It's kind of some pictures I saw it looked purplish, and on the inside, but then others it didn't. It looked red, and then the inside was more like a white, and it just looks like a bunch of like pods. And the people I was listening to, oh, beautiful, their names are Juliana and Mark Spikolik, if I say it right. Anyway, it's a whole thing. They do yoga videos and all this stuff. But they said when you eat raw like cacao, you get the most euphoric. Like, it's so good for you. Like, it's amazingly has the antioxidants, and it's so good for you. And that's why it's like so hard to get. I mean, I don't even know. They grow cacao in, I believe, well, I know Costa Rica, but anyway, just thought that was funny. Anyway. Next thing I have, so then he gives it to her. So she says, well, thank you to your donation to my mouth.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And he's like, what? Okay. She opens it and finds the note from Amber with Amber's number on it. Baby Thanos is staring at the bag of candies. He basically says he's going to steal it. In his little confessional or whatever. Melissa is teaching about the Salem witch trials. Did you like the little things? Like, she had the drawing of the witches behind her that looked very nice. Like, they were silhouette. I mean, I don't know who has all this time.
That, and then in the last episode too, Melissa had the was she teaching measurement with the feet and like
excuse me, yeah.
I don't know, Michael Jordan was something. No. I was like, what?
I was like, who's the artist here?
I'm like, there's probably like a projector that you could just take that from your computer.
I know.
But
it's funny. She's like,
I love it though. I love it.
Yeah.
It's the best. And have we talked about the Mr. Johnson costume?
Oh, I keep forgetting to mention that. The little kid who looks just like him.
That's my favorite. He had the little garbage can on.
Oh my God. And he sounded just like him. He looked just like him.
That was my absolute favorite thing about this episode.
I just started following, and of course I forgot the name of the actor, Mr. Johnson. I just started, the pod started following him on Instagram, and I happened to be scrolling just yesterday, and it was the actor talking about the Halloween episode, and he said that was his favorite episode to do. And he mentioned, like, I think the kid, and then he said he started to see postings of people dressed like him, where there was like a dad and a baby. They had the baby because the baby's like bald. He goes down to the name tag. He's like, he said it was just awesome. I think he started to tear up. It was really cute. So anyway, I thought that was interesting because we were talking about this episode.
Did you? I think our PTA is doing a dress like the principal on Wednesday.
Yes, and I thought that was adorable. Our principal wears a tie every day.
The same thing every day.
He wears the same tie and shirt. He has like a bunch of blue shirts that he wears, and he wore a tie on Go Green Day. Or not. Yeah. He rotates the shirt. It's this. He says he has like I don't know how many shirts that are literally the same color. To make it easy.
Shirt and tie every day with pants.
On Go Green Day, he did it even. On camp day, he did it. I was like, really? But I think he kind of does it too to be funny, almost like he's like, oh, whatever. That's been a whole debate.
The last day of school, sometimes he'll wear like a Hawaiian shirt or something, right?
Yes.
If we do like beach day or something or whatever on the last day, but yeah.
No, I thought that was very cute. Oh, by the way,
I wonder if we'll do that too. No, that's another conversation. Mm-hmm. Like in the morning when the buses come, we sit outside on the pool floats. Yeah, we got to do that.
We only did that, but we didn't do that last year.
We didn't do it last year, right?
We did it for some. I don't know. We did it
for a couple years in a row, and then we stopped. We had to bring the lawn chair back.
Well, last year
it was fun.
If you think about it, was that a year ago? Oh my God, what year are we in? The masks had come off in March.
Yeah.
I mean, we had been outside. I mean, you can be outside.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Everything's such a blur. By the way, just going back, I forgot. I wrote this part down. Melissa's talking about the Salem witch trials, and it says like Massachusetts stinks. Oh, she's ripping apart. Boston. Yeah, speaking of, I know Boston has been whipping the Yankees, but
that was not a good series to watch in my house. It was really
terrible. The kids are going.
They had. Never mind. Cut me off there because I can go on.
No, we're not going to talk
about it. No, we're not. This is not about baseball.
No, not about baseball. It is about baseball. Wait, what's the quote?
It is.
What's the quote in Oh no, there's no crying in baseball. Sorry.
Crying, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
The kids are going crazy, and Mr. J finds the candy wrappers.
Yeah.
The kids obviously got the candy. Ashley is on her phone. And she goes, "What's that?" I wish I could imitate her because she shows her teeth a lot when she talks, and she's like, "Oh dang, where'd the candy go?" Kids are wild. Again, this stressed me out. Ava sends them to the gym for recess. Ashley just leaves. Like she literally just leaves. If someone did that in real life, I mean. Probably
that's hysterical. I wish we could do that when we're just like not feeling it. Like, you know what? I think this
I'm
is
so short. I could just like crouch down and probably crawl out of the building.
Well, see if anybody notices.
There are cameras now.
I know. I was there the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about. That was the ghost of Mrs. Johnson.
Yeah. They start patting down the kids, and I was like, not gonna happen, people.
Nope.
We're not allowed to do that.
Mm-mm. But it made for a great episode. So.
Yeah, so then that part was kind of weird.
Yeah.
They need a safe for the candy, and apparently Melissa has a body size safe, of course. Janine gives Greg the note from Amber, says he won't call her. Then they argue about Sully or whatever. They talk about single life, and friends have been dragging him out. He asks about her outside of work friends. Then they get cut off before she can say anything.
I mean, can we just cut to the chase they
right? The only thing
together,
I was thinking that is kind of good about this is they're not having her jump into a relationship. Like she's because she's been in one since she was like 13 or whatever. So that's like the one thing. But I do kind of feel like, come on already. But we got a lot of episodes to go. So.
I know.
Oh, now the kids, of course, have locked the gym doors. I think that's how they get cut off. They can go through the kitchen, though, because there is a window there, which is interesting. There's a window out into the gym. We have a window out into the cafeteria. But, they see baby Thanos with the giant bag. Jacob dives in through the window. They throw balls at him, of course.
Oh
Baby Thanos gets on the announcements. Then they start to look for him. They find chocolate hamper. This part, I was getting a little like,
well, the best part was little Mr. Johnson found the trash.
Yeah, so he finds it. Yeah, Jacob is scared. Oh, they lead to the chocolate prince lead to the basement. Jacob is scared to go, but accompanies Greg, quote unquote. Barbara calls baby Theranos or something like that, by the way, because I caught that kind of like she calls him the wrong thing, of course, which is I love that whole thing. That's very realistic. Janine asks Barbara and Melissa what they're doing for Halloween that night. Barbara's going to her church to see Rocky Horror Picture Show with all the bad parts cut out. Apparently they had Nightmare Before Christmas with only the Christmas parts, practical magic without witchcraft, hocus pocus without Sarah Jessica Parker. I was like, what is that about? But I was like,
come on.
Are they insulting Sarah Jessica Parker, or is it because Sarah Jessica Parker? I don't know. I was very confused. I'm like,
because a lot of people, not a lot of people, but there are people out there that can't stand her.
I know. I
love her. I know. Whatever.
I mean, she's adorable. Okay. Janine wants to go to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and Barbara's like, it's been sold out for months. Janine tells them the only people she hangs out with, and she doesn't have any friends because of the breakup. Like, since the breakup, says it's really hard to start over. And Melissa's like, you don't want to be the lonely old lady sitting home on Halloween, which she is. All right. Now we're being that lady. What?
Sorry. I love being that lady.
I know.
I love being that lady.
She's only in her 20s.
Well, I like handing the candy out. It's so fun.
No, I'm saying she's in her 20s, though.
I know. And what are you trying to say? I am an old lady?
I'm saying you're content with doing that. You're married, you have kids, she's single.
Right. In her 20s. Oh, there's that piece. Okay, so we're not really that similar.
But if she was happy doing that, then do it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with
you do you.
Yeah.
Where am I here?
We're in the basement. Jacob runs away because he sees Mr. Johnson. He thinks it's the ghost. Whatever. The kid janitor, who's dressed like Mr. Johnson, finds baby Thanos in the closet, brings him to the gym, and I have quoted, just follow the trash. Just follow the trash. Mr. Johnson's like, I'll see you in court, you little beep.
Yeah.
Then baby Thanos rips that eye thing off of his head. They all yell. All right. End of the day, finally. Janine sees Greg talking to Amber. Then she sees Erica and says she wants to go to the party. Erica asks if she has a sexier costume than that. Staff room. Janine's so cute, though. Like, she can get away with it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Okay. We're in the staff room. Jacob says he saw something sinister down in that basement. Mr. Johnson starts freaking him out by rolling the mop bucket back and forth in the hallway. Janine puts on a Marilyn Monroe costume that Ava just happened to have.
Of course she did.
And Greg sees her. He's like, woo!
Whoa.
Anyway. Then Mr. Johnson has a picture. It's like from The Shining. It looks like him from an old picture, trying to make him look like he's a ghost or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. And he had it made in Dorney Park, which I remember hearing about. I must have seen commercials for Dorney Park when I was little. Maybe on I might have, because where we live here in Hudson Valley, like the channels, like the main channels, like ABC. No, I'm going to mess this up. Like we had WPIX, which was channel 11, and that was broadcasted from the city. Or came out of the city. So we would see city commercials, but then we also had channels.
Yes.
We could get NBC
that were
on
Albany
either.
And
so we had NBC could come on channel 4, which was broadcasted out of the city, or channel 13, not PBS. PBS was channel 12. Channel 13 was broadcasted out of Albany. So the only real difference on the schedule was the news. So we would have local news at 11 or whatever it was. On 13, it would be from Albany, and on 4, it would be city. So we would get city commercials, and I swear they had ads, even though that's Philly. I swear we saw ads for Dorney Park. Because I don't know how I would know what that was. Anyway.
Yeah.
Fun fact. All right.
There you go.
That's all we got. Now, did you like one episode over the other? I don't know. For me.
No, not in this.
Did you like either of them that much?
No. They were okay for me. I was like,
I was kind of bummed.
There was parts, right? The Mr. Johnson kid was my favorite part of that.
Yeah.
The Clip song was my favorite part of the juice. Other than that, like the fluff in it, I was like, this wasn't like making me laugh a lot like it typically does.
When they do things that are really, well, I don't know. Sometimes I was going to say the Shark Tank thing was unrealistic, but that was funny. But when they do things like you think, oh, kids would get all hyped up on candy, but it wouldn't happen to that extent. Like it just wouldn't happen.
No,
like the desking episode, I don't know if they would have taken over and all that stuff, but that could have happened, that these kids are trying to do the desking and they're getting away with whatever.
Yeah.
So it was a little like, it was over the top. There was some kind of, I didn't read it, of course. There was an article that showed up, I think, through my Google notifications or something, saying that the Abbott elementary teacher, like if that was realistic nowadays with how poorly they're treated, like they don't get paid a lot, they don't get the supplies. They said that that would be a burnout and no one would last. They said if that was like really happening today. So it is a little exaggerated. But I still love it.
Yeah. And you got to remember that. And it's a comedy.
No, I know.
But it's funny. I wonder what people that are not in our field who watch this show think. Like, I'd love to like ask them.
I know. I'd love to hear people who aren't in the field if they watch. Yeah. If you watch, or if you are in the field.
Yeah.
By the way, we got 2 more ratings on Apple Podcasts.
Thank you.
I believe they were both 5 stars. I didn't see any reviews, but we did
appreciate that.
I think we lost maybe another subscriber, but then we got another one, or then we got like 2.
Oh, because we switch shows. They subscribe and then they don't watch the show. Yeah, that's typically what happens.
Yeah,
I mean, people aren't always going to listen to what we say. Like, oh, watch this show if it's not. I mean, come on, Euphoria, please. Just kidding.
And if you are, if you follow us on Instagram, or if you watch it all through YouTube, I'm uploading the And Just Like That episodes as a countdown to the season 2 premiere. Woohoo! Yeah. It's funny because I've listened to the episodes and I speak very slowly, and so do you. We seem to speak very slowly, at least in the beginning. And I think it's because I still don't think I really knew how to edit episodes. So I think we were very careful with speaking, and
How did we do those? A year ago?
Over a year ago.
Last summer?
Were like February. No, they were February 2022. Wow. Like January, February.
Okay.
Yeah. We were still babies. Now we're veterans.
Babies.
The babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm excited. That comes out in a couple of days from now, right?
Comes out Thursday.
Today's
probably going to be late at night.
Yeah.
So it's June 22nd.
So I'll watch
I don't
it
know when
Friday.
you're listening to this, but June 22nd.
Ooh, yeah, probably watch
Just like
it
that.
Friday.
I'm very, we were both, I think, disappointed in season 1 in different. I mean, we got into it. We watched it.
Yes.
I think we were in it. We were invested, and we wanted to see it till the end, but a little disappointed in things. And I don't know. I'm getting excited for this one.
I mean, I think more people are going to be excited and are going to watch because Kim Cattrall is back. So in a very tiny,
literally one episode in one little part.
I know.
Well,
and
there's a lot of hype.
Who cares?
I think also because Aiden is coming back. I think they said the feel is going to be more like Sex and the City because she's really going to start.
That's the feedback that they got, though. When they were writing, probably because people, right? We talked about that. Like we liked it because, I mean, there were things. It was slow for us, at least if I remember. We were both feeling the same thing. Like the way I'm like big guy, like the whole, But then it's like, okay, I'm into it now. The fashion again, like all of that stuff.
They do it like nobody.
I don't drink Cosmos, but I wanted a Cosmo all over again. I was there for it. So, but I remember us talking about and maybe having conversations with a lot of people that listen or don't, but about Sex and the City and when they went for And Just Like That and how it was written probably for people like an hour. I don't know, like
age group or a
I think
older.
Some people expected it to be just like that and like and it's not, and it wasn't really. So
but, I mean, it can't be. But if they can whatever I don't know. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I love the fashion and just like the work that goes behind the fashion is insane.
Oh my God. When I watched that documentary, I was like blown away. And I knew, but I didn't know.
Right.
Like
I know.
I wanted more of that. I love the behind the scenes
stuff
and I loved like
speaking of behind the scenes.
Hey,
I'm not going to make any, I can't make any promises, but we are embarking on bonus episodes. We are working on getting some interviews of behind the scenes peeps. Not saying for and just like that, but just in general. We're excited about that. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to pull this off, but we're going to pull it off because
it's going to be a busy summer.
Hot pod summer. Is that what we're calling
it?
Hashtag hot pod summer.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. Rambling. Wow, this was a long one today. Okay. It's been a little bit though. We had like a week off. I was really jonesing for this.
June 8th, or when was our last?
I think so, around there.
I feel like it was a while ago.
June 19th. It's Juneteenth. So. All right. Well, drop us a comment, an email, some stars.
All likes. You can do.
You can like.
I love it.
Like the videos, if you go on YouTube, it'd be nice. Yeah. All right. I guess that's it.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.